Okay.
I'll have the timer set on my phone and just stop talking when the timer goes off, and then you'll have time after to make your guess. So
Okay, who goes first, Audrey?
Amy, you will go first,
Okay.
and Tina will guess.
Okay.
So I will send this to you,
Oh gosh,
and let me know when you got it.
you're sending it to me? I think
In the chat,
In the chat.
but
Oh.
privately.
Yeah, so it should say direct
Okay,
message
got it.
to Padre.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, timer starts now.
The show you created and you starred in.
Oh, 30 Rock.
Yes.
1 second. See, we're not going to need 5 seconds. We're going to do it on 1 second.
Okay, that was very impressive. Okay, so now Tina, you will be describing to Amy, and I will send you a message.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Sent.
Oh, okay. Okay, ready, go.
Start.
Michael Scott and Liz Lemon meet Marky Mark, and things happen,
Time's up.
and nobody. Yeah. Oh, you got it.
Yes. You had me at Marky Mark.
That's awesome. That's a great movie. One of my favorites.
Great movie.
Okay. Amy, you are up again, and Tina will be guessing.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
So let me send it to the right person. Hold on. Okay, Amy.
Pixar movie that I was in.
Inside Out.
Yes.
Too easy. I couldn't even set the timer. That's good. That's good.
Oh, sorry, Audrey. We
No.
didn't set the time.
We cut out the
That
middle.
was like, yeah, too easy. Okay, Tina, we'll see if you can do even better. So let me, right person.
I'm gonna try to make it take the full 5 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Ready? Ready.
Timer now.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. AKA Commandana.
Treat.
That was a gorgeous reading of it.
Someone
You know
wants
what's
to-
really interesting? Can I just point out already is that it feels like it's just the three of us, but it's not. It's so many people.
Yes.
Crazy.
Hi, everyone on the quad. I hope
Oh,
you have little
good to know.
blankets and spiked cocos and stuff.
We were handing out blankets, so everybody on the quad has a blanket. So
Ah, keep your hands to yourself under those blankets. Perverts.
I saw someone in the chat said that they that I'm wearing the sweater like the Swiftie that I am.
Cardigan.
I'm not a Swiftie though.
Who's that behind you? Ah! Who's that?
Whoa! What is that? Don't worry about it. It's just a skeleton. Just the guy that lives here.
It's the last person that did one of these.
It's the last podcast I did in here. He was with me. Oh, Amy, someone says, please come fix our parks in Peoria. I'm sure that's
Oh. Peoria, sending lots of love to you.
thank you.
Okay, sorry, Audrey.
Okay, so we are on Amy, and this is your final one.
Okay.
And then we win a car.
Yes.
And then you get a big prize.
You can pick one of these donuts.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
Timer starts now.
Sketch, we pulled up our pants, we danced around, it had a great jingle.
Mom jeans.
Yes!
Good, and right in time. Awesome. Okay,
Mom jeans are very, very in right now,
Mom jeans are yeah.
but not skinny jeans.
No,
Hate skinny jeans.
unless you're a millennial and you wear skinny jeans. Okay.
Ah!
okay, and this is the last one. So Tina, this is for you and Amy to guess. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, okay. I wait. Do I have the thing?
I sent it to you.
You could just make it.
Yep,
up.
I got it.
Got it? Okay. Okay, ready, set, go.
Bagel times.
Weekend update.
Weekend update. That is correct.
Oh my God, that was such a good clue. That is kind of a, I don't know if a lot of people know that little fact.
No,
Audrey, that maybe
Saturday
you wanna-
mornings. Do they still do bagel times? We should ask those guys. But we used to every Saturday morning when we come in on the day of an SNL, we would meet at noon with bagels to read all the jokes for Weekend Update. And it was called Bagel Times.
That's awesome.
The energy we had left.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you guys for playing that quick little game to start things off. At this time, I'm going to head out and Amy and Tina are going to chat, tell you about their time on Saturday Night Live together, some of the movies they've done, and then answer a few student questions. So, Amy and Tina,
What's up, Audrey? Thanks for the warm up.
take it away. Yes.
Audrey.
Bye,
Okay.
Audrey. I feel so lost without Audrey.
What do we do now that Audrey's gone?
Oh, God.
Do we just hang up?
Take my cap off? I don't know.
I see in the chat, it says, shout out to Shay. It's her birthday. Okay. Somebody's talking about baby mama.
Yes.
And Marta Iverson
Yes.
asked this question. Marta, thank you for this question. Was baby mama as much fun to film as it looked like it was?
Marta, no. I cried every day because I had just had a baby and I had just done the first season of 30 Rock and all I wanted to do was see my baby. But I got to see my other baby, Miss Amy Poehler.
But it wasn't the same.
But sometimes when I this is something when people make movies or TV shows, sometimes we see it on like TBS or whatever, and we have like a weird flashback to the anxiety we had while making it, or the fun we had while making it, or even like the craft services on the day we shot that scene. Do you find that, Amy?
Totally. I don't like, if I watch an old Parks and Rec episode, for example, I often don't remember what's going to happen story-wise, but I remember the feeling of shooting the scenes. Like I remember whether it was a good day or a tough day, or I can remember the feeling, which is why, Maya Angelou is always right, which is, it's not, people remember how you make them feel.
That's so true.
So,
But I'm glad that the end, it's more important that the movie brings joy. It would be bad if we had just like had a great time and then the movie was a big thumbs down.
yeah.
Better that the movie provides joy.
Yes.
Here's a question from Elise Tolad. Amy, who are your greatest female role models?
Oh boy. This is a deep question. I mean, I do think that we are both, I'll just speak for myself. I have a great mom who inspires me a lot. Right now I'm pretty impressed by, someone who I am inspired by, or I find very brave, is Darnella Frazier, the 17-year-old girl that recorded the recent act of police brutality. The fact that she stood there, she recorded it, she went on the stand. It must have been very, very scary, and probably continues to be. So every time I am reminded that she was a young person bearing witness, I'm kind of inspired by her.
She's like a heroine from an Angie Thomas book. She's like incredible. That's an excellent answer. And I think also I would say that our own friends inspire us. Our female friends kind of keep us well and inspire us. Like everything we do is to kind of impress each other or make each other laugh.
Yes, for sure. And these days we're really the only people that we make laugh anymore is each other, really. So
yeah,
we gotta hang on to that. The chat is really lively. There's
chat is blowing up.
Blowing up. Okay. All right.
Let me see. Oh wait. Oh gosh. Okay.
Okay. I've got one here from Cooper Wilt.
Okay.
Cooper asks, what is the best and worst parts about being award show hosts?
The best part, I would say one of the best parts used to be the after party. Guys, we used to have a really fantastic after party.
We did.
Who were people that were at our after parties back in the day, Amy?
Oh my gosh. Frances McDormand would say that she might come, but she didn't ever make it.
One time Prince walked in the front door and then straight through and out the back.
And he walked out the back. I mean, it was that kind of party. It was that kind of party. No, we did. We had a lot of really fun, TV and film actors dancing in a circle.
Yeah. So the after party was the most fun part. And I would say the least fun part is the wearing of the high heel shoes. That's the only part.
Yep.
That's the only part. He doesn't have to do that. He
That
doesn't have to wear high heel shoes, this guy.
These guys are just a bunch of donuts. They don't have.
That's Ricky Gervais, I should have said. Ricky, you good?
He's good. Okay.
He doesn't care. All right, let's see. What else? What has been your favorite project you have done with each other and why?
Gosh, we've done quite a lot together.
Amy and I did the first thing that we've done things together that y'all don't even know about. We were in improv class together. Then we were in a place called Improv Olympic together. Then we were in a touring company for the Second City together.
Yeah. We did hundreds and hundreds of terrible improv scenes together.
So many.
Yeah.
So many bad improv scenes. We were the Bangles, I'm pretty sure.
That's right. We were 2/5 Bangles for a while. I have such I'll answer this, which is, I will say, a moment that I felt was very exciting because it was, I feel like we had both been on SNL long enough that we weren't as scared, as we would have been. And also it was so pleasing was when Tina played Palin, Sarah Palin, because I got to do scenes with her as Hillary Clinton. And it was like, oh, this is going to be a lot of fun. And also it just felt like the timing of it all was so fun. And I felt like we were perhaps ready as performers. That felt nice, because sometimes stuff happens in it, you're just a little too.
I always say that felt like our a prayer for Owen Meany kind of moment, that our whole life had been training us to be ready not to freak out in that moment. That's true. Another sketch that I saw recently that we did so long ago was one time we played the Bush twins, Jenna Bush and Barbara Bush, George W. Bush's kids, and that's like one of the few times we were ever in, before that Palin stuff, that we were ever in a sketch together, and that was a good time.
That was real fun. So we have a lot of good feelings. Gosh, there's so many good questions in the chat.
Yeah, let's take a look at the chat.
See,
let's see.
What's your favorite kind of donut?
My favorite kind of donut? Wow, sometimes I like a cream, like a white cream filled donut.
Okay.
Like kind of glazed on the outside, like a Krispy Kreme with the white cream inside. What about you?
I enjoy a chocolate glaze, which is like the whole chocolate. I don't like a frosting on my donut. I know I'm not a frosting person.
Me either so much. Like the double, like a Dunkin' double chocolate, that thing.
Not a double, single, just a chocolate glazed. Hi, how are you? I'll have a chocolate glazed.
Chocolate glazed.
At Dunkin', they know what I'm talking about. Anything else, it's too much.
What are you, better than me? Mean Girls was sort of based on New Trier. Yeah, like kind of, even though I never set foot in New Trier.
Hey, but tell more about that. What do you mean?
There's a question in the chat. Was Mean Girls based on New Trier High School, which is a high school up in Wilmette or whatever, maybe? But I think New Trier is the high school that they say all the John Hughes movies were kind of based on too. And so, Mean Girls was like a rip off of a John Hughes movie. So therefore, yes.
And, we have a soft spot for Bradley because we met in the Midwest. That's where we met each other, and it has the best people, and the worst weather. Best people, worst weather.
Amy, Alice Lawson in the chat is saying that, Amy, my comfort video is you on Seth Meyers talking about the Chilean miners. What did you say about the Chilean miners?
Tina, I know so much about that story. So I was telling him the story about them. He, for some reason, didn't know as much as I thought he should know. So it was just the retelling of it. And what do you want to know about it? I mean, I'm obsessed with that story.
I remember that story too, because I remember, if anyone watching doesn't remember, that these guys, like, they were stuck in that mine for a long time.
I'm so sorry. I'm being racist here. The Chilean miners story was the first stuck people. I'm talking about the Thai boys in the cave.
Yes, so that they said Chilean, but yes, the Thai boys in the
Yeah,
cave.
so they're the ones that got it wrong. Not me.
I was obsessed with that Thai boys in the cave story because I felt like I felt like that was a place where sort of crazy masculinity actually came to be used for good, because there were these guys that came from Europe who were like, we like to go in mines. It's what we do for a hobby. And I was like, that's crazy. And I was saying, like, if it had been left to people like me, I would have been like, you know what we're going to do for those boys in the mine? We're going to make a statue about them and write a poem about how they passed away, because I'm not crawling through that dark watery tube. So
they gave them like special K to sedate them. So they brought them through the tunnel and they were asleep. So if that's not Train Spotting 3, then I don't know what it is.
By the way, where's that movie? Why don't I have
coming out? Ron Howard is making it with Viggo Mortensen, Joel Edgerton, and Colin Farrell. I mean,
I feel good about that. I feel good about that casting. I feel good and I feel safe in Ron Howard's hands. Very important question from Rebecca Parker, which is asking me specifically, what is my favorite Disney World ride? And it is the Haunted Mansion. And I know too much about Disney World. So if anyone has other questions about Disney World.
What do you like about the Haunted Mansion? Do you like being scared?
It's not so scary. It has like a fake scary vibe. It has a 60s vibe. It has like it's like you went inside the Munsters. So it has kind of a 60s vibe. Thank you. My favorite place to eat in Disney World is in Epcot, Mexico. You know what? This whole thing could take a turn. We should get back to
Let's get back to this question. Okay, what about do you want to do number 6?
Sure. What is the weirdest or best fan interaction for each of you?
Wow. Well, I get called you a lot, and I get called, which is great, and I get called Rachel Dratch a lot, which is great. I don't mind if anybody calls me anyone, but let's see, what was I don't know. I get
My least favorite thing is when someone comes up and they go, "How do I know you?" And then they want you to tell them. Sometimes you could be like, "I had a TV show called Third Ring," and they're like, "Nope,
that's not it.
That's not it." My friend Judah Friedlander always had the best answer for that. Like, if kind of like douchey guys would say to him, like, "Dude, why do I know you? Why do I know you?" Do you remember what he used to always say?
No.
He would always go, "Oh, I used to do a lot of gay porn."
Hey, there you go.
And that would kind of calm down the frat guys that were chasing him.
I do feel like what is fun is people that work at libraries come up a lot to me and they're like, Parks and Rec got it so right. We are a bunch of bitches at the library. It just makes me laugh so hard. But that's
a good one. Someone said if someone doesn't know who we are, we should just tell them you're Lorena Bobbitt. I'm Lorena Bobbitt.
Okay. All right. So what apart from each other, who is another person you love to work with, Betty?
Oh, I mean, so many people. Our friends, Maya Rudolph and Paula Pell. I love to work with Kenan Thompson.
Yes.
Someone said Paul Rudd ? Sure.
Yes.
Of course. No one's ever mad at Rudd. Someone said, please say Aziz. I've never worked with Aziz, so I think that's for you.
Yes.
Who else, Amy? Who else is your favorite to work with?
Oh my gosh, all the ladies. Who else do I love to work with? That's just so fun. Martin Short is so fun.
Oh my God, Martin Short's so funny. Yeah, and so fun. Andrea Martin, I love.
Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara.
I
remember Queen Latifah, Dana Owens was so nice to work with.
Yeah, she was a good host. There's a lot of sometimes people who were really good SNL hosts, I love them forever for being a good host.
Yeah.
And Queen Latifah, Dana is one of those.
Yes.
Now tell me people you hate working with, Amy.
Okay. Nowadays I feel like I'll say this to the Bradley audience, all of you watching on the quad, furiously with your hands underneath everybody's blankets. But I will say one of the great things about getting a little bit older is it's almost like you have this, sometimes you see other people's stuff and you can see it and you don't take it on as much. It doesn't mean it doesn't affect you, but to answer your question, I think when I was younger and people would be kind of complicated, difficult people, I really let it get to me. And now it's because I'm a little bit older, and I think because we have kids, you just kind of watch it like a temper tantrum, like, oh, isn't that very interesting that person make their time here unpleasant?
For sure.
Okay, there's a good Mean Girls question here.
What is that?
Wait, now it's gone. Oh my God. Okay. If there was a meeting between Liz and Leslie, our characters that we played, and they had to go to lunch, what would be the restaurant? That's funny. And would they become best friends? Well, what would be the restaurant? Let's see, where would it be?
I feel like it maybe be a chain with ample portions. I think they both like breakfast.
Yeah.
Right? Waffles. I think they would get along over waffles.
Yeah, breakfast for dinner.
I think they would get along.
I agree. Nice try, guys, but there's no cat fights over here.
Perhaps they would go, maybe they'd go to the to like they'd go to Walker Brothers Pancake House. Someone put it.
I know they definitely go to Jerry's to get some sweet bagels.
Who would win in a fight, Leslie or Liz? I think Leslie has more fire. I think Liz also has bad muscle tone. I feel like Liz, like, she didn't take care of herself. I think Leslie had more, not in a mean way, but I just think she just has more like gumption.
I completely.
Is Liz Lemon bi? No, she's less than anything. She's almost asexual, Liz Lemon. She's very low libido.
That's a term too. A.
She's A. She's almost A. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas you are triple pan.
I'm triple pan. I'm personal pan.
Personal.
Okay. Gay rights? Yes, gay rights.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, do you want to talk about Girls 5 Eva? Someone's asking about
that. Oh,
that.
sure. Thank you. Yes, Girls 5 Eva, guys, is a show that comes out May 6th on Peacock. Has anyone heard of the streaming platform Peacock? Now, anyone? It's a pretty good platform, guys. You can get it for free, or you can pay $5 a month. You could pay the $5 once, watch all of Girls 5 Eva and cancel it. I don't care. No. But it's a show about these women who used to be in kind of like a Danity Kane 2000 girl group, and then their song gets sampled now, so they decided to try to get back together. And it's Sarah Bareilles and Renee Goldsberry from Hamilton. Sarah Bareilles is a dream. And
of course she is.
Yeah. And Busy Phillips and Paula Pell, our friend Paula Pell. And also, let's talk about Moxie. Amy, Moxie currently streaming on Netflix. Your second feature that you've directed. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Betty. Yes, you can check it out. It is for young people like yourselves and old people that are also on here.
Like ourselves. How do you like directing compared to acting?
I like directing very much. It's what I want to do again. I love the gigantic nature of it. It's never boring. I like the 3 chapters of it, the pre-production, set, and post. I like the total control. And I like to wear my own clothes.
Yeah. Honestly, after years of like going to work 2 hours earlier than the men, because you have to get hair and makeup, even to look like just a person, it takes so much time. Being in like comfortable shoes and no one looking at you is like the greatest perk of any job, right? And so yeah, you like all 3, because when you make a movie, guys, as a director, which I haven't, but like there's pre-production where you have a million meetings of like, this is what the set should look like, and this is like casting the actors. I really like casting as a producer. And then there's the day-to-day of the shooting where you have to like make your days, you have to film everything you plan to film that day, hopefully. And then there's the editing where you take all these little nuts and seeds that you've gathered and you get to arrange them into the movie. Of those 3 phases, is there one you prefer?
I really prefer editing. I really for the post because it's this beautiful mind kind of version of like, okay, what do we have? How can we make it work? I love that work in post, which surprises me because I didn't think it would be of the
Mhm.
three that I
Well,
liked.
it's kind of like grocery shopping, cooking, and eating. It's like, of course you like eating. Like
Just
eating's it's like
eating's the best part.
the part that fills you up.
Like, like if you have a donut or something.
If you have a donut or if you have a Ricky Gervais skeleton.
Okay.
Wait, somebody said, Amy, did you watch the ER reunion?
Yes, I watched. In fact, I Marco Polo Tina while I was watching it. I loved it. I was obsessed, most especially when all the nurses came on. I mean, but it was pretty awesome to hear them talk about the process of it. And, they're just so talented. That cast was just incredible actors. So
Yeah.
I rewatched ER for the third time, I believe, in my lifetime over this pandemic, and it was time well spent. So for you young people out there who've never watched it, it really, really holds up.
I'm just creating random things out of the chat. It just said thoughts on John Stamos. I guess that's for either of us.
Very well. He's a Greek person like yourself.
He is Greek like me, and you know what else we have in common? He loves Disney World. He's maybe even more than me. Like he's always at Disneyland.
Interesting.
So
favorite TikTok dance. Oh God. I mean, there's so many. That's the one. Yeah, that one. That one. The one she's doing.
Ooh, thoughts on Laura Dern, An Angel Among Us. Thoughts on Laura Dern.
Queen.
Just a luminous queen. Yeah. Favorite cocktail. Oh, sorry. I'm just excited about it.
Cocktail. Go for it.
I drink wine, but the only thing I would maybe have is like a Paloma in the summer. I don't mess with the brown. A Paloma is like tequila and grapefruit juice and grenadine or something maybe.
Wow. I wonder what Bradley's specialty drink is. Like, I wonder what their drink is. Do you guys have a drink?
Tell us in the chat what
it's like natty light out of a coconut or something, or
Bailey's sucked through a tube sock. What is it?
Yeah, it's chocolate milk out of a Frisbee.
Burn it? Okay.
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 All right, I got one here on our list.
Okay.
What weirdest thing to happen backstage at the Golden Globes? Do we ever have a weird thing happen backstage? Like
a weird thing happen backstage? I think we had some people who I wouldn't say, but some people got too hammered at the party.
Maybe there's some hammered people at the party.
I'm
trying to remember. I think everyone was pretty pro.
Everyone was pretty pro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was gonna do a joke that I thought the better of. Okay.
Okay. How many degrees from Kevin Bacon are you?
Less than 1.
Oh.
Because that show Finding Your Roots.
Wait, you're related to him?
I'm related to Kevin Bacon.
Wait, what? I did not know this.
Some kind of, because he's from Philly too, so I'm some kind of distant cousin to Kevin Bacon.
Bradley, I just want you to know, Tina and I have been friends for over 20 years, 25 years maybe, and I did not know this.
Well, I've only known this in the last few years. Yeah.
Wow.
What about you? Do you have any connection to Kevin Bacon?
Nope, just a love connection in my mind.
Just a love. How's season 2 of Russian Doll going? Someone wants to know.
Russian Doll season 2 has just wrapped photography in New York City, and then we're headed overseas for some more shooting.
Wow.
And Natasha Lyonne is, I don't know if I can say, but Natasha Lyonne is an animal, just like the name of her company. And she's incredible. And we had the great Annie Murphy come join us this year.
Ooh.
Yep.
I love that show so much.
Yeah, it's so good. I really, really hope you guys like it. And it will be on in 2045.
I'm always jealous of people that like get to go shoot overseas. Like we would always, any show I worked on, that we'd be like, can we shoot in Manhattan? And they'd be like, no. Can we go to Florida for one day? No.
I can't. Nope. I mean, I think Mike Schur talked about this with Parks and Rec. One of the reasons we got to go to London, that the show got to go to London, is Chris Pratt was shooting Guardians of the Galaxy in London, and we basically
Had a
had
Universal movie.
and we had to go get him and get him in the show somehow in order. So we were like, should we go to, like, we kind of finagled a bagel over there in London, and
That's amazing.
yeah.
Let me see. I'm looking through the Q&A in
Chicago
the,
style pizza or New York style?
you know what? They're two different things. They're
Yeah, they're-
two entirely different foods, and there's room in my mouth for both of them.
That's right.
Do you ladies want to host the Oscars? We think you'd be perfect. Nope.
It's tomorrow,
It's
right?
tomorrow, guys. It's tomorrow.
Yeah. I'm so happy that I get to sit on my couch and watch it.
Yeah.
Hi, Brazil.
Brazil?
A little story about Brazil. In terms of know your roots, my maternal grandmother was a quarter Portuguese. One of the things that I was hoping I would do during the quarantine is learn Portuguese. But I
Someone said, how's your Portuguese, Amy? Yeah. Can you say something in Portuguese for us?
not only can I not, but my car is still in Portuguese because I put it in Portuguese to inspire me. So I really don't, I should know left or right at this point, but I don't. And I would never try because I would butcher it and I would be too embarrassed.
Understood.
But,
Somebody asked, what are we reading right now? What are you reading right now?
Oh, well, I just finished, let's see, I just finished Sharon Stone's memoir.
Oh.
I also just finished We Run the Tides, a great fiction book by sorry, the author's name, maybe someone can put it in here. It's really good. It's Vita Vendela. What are you reading, Betty?
I read the Oprah Book Club book, Gilead, or I should say I listened to it on tape. And that was good. It's one of Obama's favorite books. And it's real churchy. And now I'm starting a book called We Had a Little Real Estate Problem. And it's by Cliff Nesterhoff, but it's about the history of Native Americans in comedy.
Ooh,
and
very timely with the launch of Rutherford Falls on Peacock.
Yes, Rutherford Falls on Peacock. And so yeah, that's kind of, I went from churchy back to comedy.
I would love to know what you guys are reading, like what's on your reading list.
Yeah.
Homegoing was my favorite recent book that I read. It was incredible. Okay, let's see.
What else I got? My
Bicycle Diaries by David Byrne. Is that on your reading list? I hope not. Okay. Let's see.
There's so many things, so many things. Did you watch Bridgerton, Amy?
I did. I didn't finish it. I'm sorry. I got it. I was like, I get this, but I didn't finish it all the way to the end. But the great acting, and I probably will pick it up again. I have two boys. It's like kind of hard to watch. We're all isolating together. It's not easy to watch sexy stuff. This is a fun story, is that my older son and I watched Broadchurch, which is a great show from many years ago, which would highly recommend. But he went to school and told everyone that he watched Bridgerton. He screwed them up. And that did make me laugh. He told his teacher was like, "You're watching Bridgerton?" And he was like, "Yes, I'm watching Bridgerton with my mom." And I was like, Broadchurch.
Broadchurch. I, on the other hand, with my daughters, one of whom is 9, watched The Haunting of Hill House. And that's not okay. But I have two, my ladies are like 2 Wednesday Addamses, but still, that was too much. So if she went to school and said, "I'm watching The Haunting of Hill House," that was
someone's saying that is so good. And they're saying The Haunting of Bly Manor is better.
Better, you hear? I heard not as good, but
I'm in a hard pass on all of that stuff. I don't like any of that scary stuff.
It's very, very scary. People keep asking, would I ever work with Jane Krakowski again? Of course I would. I love Jane Krakowski. she is.
What about someone you were most excited to meet? Do you remember?
Ooh, someone you were most excited to meet ever? Most excited to meet. I mean, Oprah.
Yeah.
Can't lie. I'm from the 90s, like that, you know, and I lived in Chicago.
Yeah.
I was really excited the first time I met Lily Tomlin. I was really
Mm.
overwhelmed. How about you?
Yep. That I didn't meet Lily Tomlin, but we did get to go on Oprah together a million years ago. Do you remember
Yeah.
that? Yep. And also a lot of the musical guests were exciting to me because they felt like, how would we ever have met them? Like it just felt like crazy to have met them.
Yeah.
And I wrote about this once in my book, but we went and watched Prince's sound check when Steve Martin hosted and Prince was the musical guest
Mhm.
one year. And after he got off sound check, he walked by and like kind of like nodded his head. And I said, "Hey, how was your summer?" So
And
that's
did he
about
answer
that.
you?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm sure he didn't. I
He
don't
was-
remember. He just got on, floated away, floated away.
Someone's asking, are there any deleted scenes from Wine Country that you can tell us about?
Oh, yeah, there's deleted scenes. Yeah. Not a ton. You know, we didn't shoot like a whole other movie that we
Like some people do.
yep. But we I feel like there was more deleted jokes than whole deleted scenes. But there were some like drunk leading up to the drunken night scenes that had to go, and there was some and yeah, and there was a whole like subplot with the two actors from Y Tu Mama Tambien, but it was too steamy.
You just left it entirely.
We just left it on the
Wow.
cutting floor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amy, what is your favorite kind of cheese?
Thank you. I'm maybe I enjoy a goat or a simple raclette.
Uh-huh.
I do not like blue cheese.
Yeah, fair enough.
What
Fair
about you?
enough. I mean, feta.
Sure.
This is my blood. Also, you know what? Don't sleep on a nice slice of provolone on a sandwich. It tastes, does it smell a little bit like vomit? Yes.
But does it taste like vomit?
Yes, a little bit. But vomit is natural and it comes out of us.
Favorite bar in Chicago?
Oh my gosh, I didn't live the bar life. There was that bar across the street from Second City,
Yeah, Old Town Ale House.
Old Town Ale House. That was a terrible bar, but that's the only place we went. There used to be a nice, yeah, I don't know, bars. Duke of
There
Pearl?
used to be a bar in Bucktown or Wicker Park. I used to live in Wicker Park in Chicago, for those of you that know. And it was called like, oh boy, I'm gonna get it wrong. It was filled with Elvis impersonators. Everyone there was
Oh,
impersonator.
you know what else in Chicago? I used to like to go to the Green Mill.
The Green Mill.
And that neighborhood, I'll tell you something about Chicago. That's like, you talk about like, oh, am I in a dangerous neighborhood? Like, there's no neighborhood in the 5 boroughs of New York that I ever feel like, when you go uptown in Chicago, you'd be like, I'm going to die here. Chicago
we
is
were
a
there during a-
city. It is a real city.
We were there during an up and coming time.
Yes.
Chicago. Your favorite Meryl Streep movie? Thank you for asking.
Oh, my favorite Meryl Streep movie. Gosh. Oh gosh.
Mm.
I want to say like Kramer versus Kramer. Is she in that? Silkwood. Silkwood.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Those were my two as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Cher and Silkwood, do yourselves a favor, all of you young people out there in the quad. Check out Silkwood and watch Cher and Silkwood playing a queer character
Mhm.
quite years before anyone did, and just incredible at it. Okay.
What is your favorite accent?
Mm.
I like British, but with a lisp. That thought of British, but they've got a little speech impediment. And
Ooh.
it's really posh, but they're still like a baby.
That you sound a little Olivia Colman in that a little bit.
Thank you.
What's my favorite accent? Oh boy. I think I enjoy like a Bill Moyers type, like a slow Southern interview, or like with a little bit of a lilt and just kind of like a slow, churchy, like,
I agree.
just like a little
Like
bit,
a little Al Gore kind of.
little Clinton, little Al Gore. Yeah, that worked. I like that. Okay. Who would your ideal SNL host and musical guest be?
Ooh, who would I mean, it's hard to think of like one ever, but like,
yeah,
you mentioned Olivia Colman. Has she done it yet?
She should.
She should do that. And the musical guest should be
The Zap Zoinks.
the Zap Zoinks, and they're not born yet, so you don't know. Have you seen Schitt's Creek? Yes.
Yes.
It's very funny.
So funny.
I like how fast these things are coming up in the chat. I feel like I'm on an Instagram Live and I'm an influencer.
Have your kid what? Oh my gosh, these are so
says,
fast.
come on, Tina, but I missed
Favorite Madonna song.
Ooh. Boy, that's, I mean, like, what you take like Vogue or something out of the equation? You take the,
I feel like you do, right? I feel like you take.
I mean, we're from an age where it could be like, for some reason, all I can think of is like, cherish the thought. And that's not even a good.
When she was the mermaid. Yeah, she was the mermaid. She turned into a mermaid. I would, again, to all the people out there in the quad who are at this point probably fully engaged in intercourse.
They're done. They've cleaned themselves up. They're headed back to our dorms.
I would suggest, remember that song Burning Up by Madonna? It was an early Madonna.
Burning up for your love.
It's really, really good. Really holds up.
Now, a follow-up question is, what is your favorite Beyonce song? I have a soft spot for Countdown. I don't know why, because I like the video. That one. And I mean, most of Lemonade, right? What's your favorite Beyonce?
Yeah, that's a really great question.
Don't Hurt Yourself. That one. She's so.
That's a great one.
She's
okay,
so
I'm gonna
good.
that one. That's a really good one.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Tina, Countdown is trending on TikTok. That's huge. You're. Oh my God.
Because I said it.
I don't think so. I think
boy, it's because I said boy.
Mhm.
What? I got canceled for singing boy. Okay.
Ape Shit is a great song. Yes.
How's
your new dog, Tina?
Oh, my new dog is pretty good.
Tell us about your dog.
She's not in here now, but her name is Mabel, and she's fine. She's good. She's good.
Somebody wrote in caps, "show dog."
She's not in here.
Also, the caps make me. It initiates like a oppositional reflex where I'm like, no,
you all cap me. And
Don't
thank you. Someone asked for Teddy. Teddy's also not in this room, but he says hello. Wait, I had one. Oh, what is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, great question. I don't enjoy rudeness to, I know this is very basic one, but I don't enjoy people that are rude to wait staff. People that are rude to people in the service industry is a huge red flag for me. So I don't know if that's a pet peeve, but it's to me, it's very, very telling. But what would be a pet peeve? Like, I don't know. These days, every pet peeve seems like an act of aggression.
Yeah. So like a pet peeve is like anything short of a mass murder, right? I don't like glottal fry, which is when ladies talk like babies. I don't enjoy that.
It's a pet peeve.
It's a pet peeve.
It's a pee peeve.
Do you like Bob's Burgers? Wait, someone said, do you like Bob's Burgers? Can I just tell you?
Audrey!
Hi, Audrey. I just started watching Bob's Burgers with my kids during the pandemic. I love Bob's Burgers. I'm the only person in comedy who's never been asked to be on Bob's Burgers.
Yet.
If anyone at Bradley University can help me get on Bob's Burgers, please.
I don't know how, but I'll ask around. So.
Audrey's back. Audrey, what did you do? Here's what I imagined you did while we were talking. I imagine that you took a shower Watched an episode of The Circle.
Almost exactly what I did. Yeah.
You put in a pizza.
I could go for a pizza right now, but didn't have time. Okay, well, that was super fun. That was interesting to hear all you guys had to say. And Tina, I just have to say, I'm waiting to get a dog to name it Teddy. So that's awesome.
I'll give you mine.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, so before we end the night, we're just gonna do a little speed round of questions to get to know you guys a little bit better. So I will ask the question, and then we'll have Amy answer it, and then Tina will answer it, and just respond with the first thing that comes to mind. So it'll be very quick, and we'll just kind of go around in a little circle.
Okay.
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 So are we ready? Glasses on. Okay.
This is on.
I can't see them.
Okay. What was the last show you binged?
The Circle. The new season of The Circle.
I May Destroy You.
One thing on your bucket list.
Go to Japan.
Wait, that's mine. Oh my God. Wine country too.
Japan.
Japan. That's mine.
Kidding me?
No.
That's
Wow.
wild.
Oh my God, that's exciting. I'm learning so much about my friend.
Happy
Okay.
country. Here we go.
Favorite city.
Mm.
I'm gonna say Cape May, New Jersey.
Ooh. Oh gosh. I'm gonna say New York City. New York City is my favorite city.
Favorite fast food restaurant.
Mm.
And your go-to order.
I'm gonna say Dairy Queen,
Ooh.
and I'm gonna say vanilla cone with rainbow sprinkles.
I'm gonna say Burger King, and I'm gonna get that chicken sandwich.
Okay.
I'm gonna get that Burger King. Did you just have one, Audrey?
No, but I'm making a chicken sandwich ranking list, and I haven't gotten Burger King, so I'll go there next.
Look, if you're gonna be ranking, Burger King's not gonna bring it.
Oh,
If you're drunk, it's gonna bring it.
okay. Well,
How dare you assume Audrey's not drunk?
Yeah. Okay, next one. Scale of 1 to 10. How good of a driver are you?
4, because I only started driving this year, and I've
Yeah.
only had 1 accident so far.
So not bad.
I'm gonna say 7. Just
Okay.
because I have to drive more often out here in Los Angeles. But I'm not particularly good. I think that the most dangerous driver is a bad driver who doesn't know they're a 7.
Yeah, thinks they're a 10.
If you're a 7 and you know you're a 7, it bumps you up to an 8.
Anyone who thinks they're a 10 at anything is out of their mind.
Yes.
There you go. Okay, rice or noodles?
I'm gonna say rice. You say noodles.
I said potatoes. All of them. I like all those things.
I'm gonna go with rice.
Favorite type of cookie?
Oh.
Well, if you're talking homemade, I like an oatmeal raisin cookie, that like the recipe that comes on the oatmeal box. I know. If you're talking store-bought, I feel like this is also going to be controversial with you, Amy.
Oatmeal. And are you okay? Are you sick?
That's what I like. But I make it. And it comes right out of the oven.
Raisins, no place near any kind of dessert, in my opinion.
You know that Coca-Cola is meant to actually taste like raisin? Anyway. And from the store, I would say golden double stuffed Oreos. Don't at me.
I love a golden double stuffed Oreo. I don't hate that at all.
Okay. What's your favorite?
You know what I love? I don't know what they're called. They come in the tin and they're sugary and they are shaped like a pretzel and they're covered in sugar. They're like,
they're like grandma
cookies.
like the old lady cookies.
Yeah, like the ones you steal from the old age home. Those cookies. I love those. I love those cookies.
Danish butter cookies. Thank you,
Danish
chat.
butter cookies.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you. Oh my God, someone said, I love your ring light. Thank you so much.
Somebody else said they like your Harry Carey glasses.
My hair, look at, you can see my ring light in my Harry Carey glasses.
I like to make the ring light. I don't have a ring light right now, but I like to make it go like, oh.
Like every time you ask us a question, Audrey, I'll go,
Okay, how many hours of sleep do you get a night?
I get about 6.5 or 7, but I would like 10 to 12.
Okay.
I have really improved my sleep hygiene. It's very important to me, so I get 8.
I love to get 8.
I love to get 8. That feels like a win.
For
Someone
sure.
said Amy doesn't sleep, Shannon Smith, and I hear what you're saying, but Shannon, I've worked very hard. Sleep has become very important. You guys won't care about any of this because you're so young, like you won't sleep for 20 years, but you'll get to a point where you realize that sleep is as important as other things.
I had a request from the lesbian community to put my glasses on, and
Ooh.
I'm not one to argue with the lesbian community. You got your Gucci glasses.
Look at my Gucci's. This is a Paula Pell bit.
This is Paula's bit.
Paula, but it looks good. Okay, what else
Beautiful.
we got, Audrey?
Okay, next one, cake or pie?
Cake.
Oof, I don't care about either. I'd want cheese rather than either, but
What about ice cream?
Yes.
Ice
I
cream?
I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm like, what's the opposite of sweet tooth? Like a salt head?
Salt hole.
A salt hole.
So you have salt gums. Yeah.
Salt gums. I'm old salt gums. But pie, sure, I'll say pie because
Okay.
it makes me feel like I'm eating like if it's a chicken pot pie.
Well, there you go, then pie.
Pie.
Amy, I also saw this question in the chat earlier, but do you really like waffles or is that just Leslie? No.
Well, this is sadly, Leslie really loves waffles, but again, I don't have a big sweet tooth, so people assume I would like all the waffles and the maple syrup, but I don't really love, I don't know. So that's me acting.
Okay,
That's
good to know.
Mhm.
And it's hard to get there. It's hard to be like, oh my God, my character loves these waffles. I know, I'm sorry, but if it was like a grilled cheese, forget about it.
Okay, we have 3 more. Who is
Okay.
your celebrity crush?
Oh gosh. Do you have one? Celebrity crush?
Look, I have so many.
You know, the more you get to know actors, the less you are into them. I'm gonna say like Jimmy Stewart. I watch old movies now and I'm like, oh, okay, Jimmy Stewart, okay.
I want to get in a little Bruno Mars Anderson Paak sandwich and just be another. I just want to get in that little
Be another another little pocket-sized delight.
little side, just right in there.
Okay, and then what was your first job?
My first job was making cheesesteaks and fries and scooping what we called water ice at a swim club when I was 14.
I had a similar kind of scooping ice cream and cheeseburger place restaurant when I was in high school called Chadwick's, which, little fun fact, Rachel Dratch also worked there ahead of me, but we never met.
Crazy.
Because we would have changed the space-time continuum if we had met, and we would have both went on to become.
By the way, someone is Thalia Clinton is asking, are you like, oh my God, is Amy going to become a part of Silk Sonic? Yes.
Oh, my dream. That's a really fun TikTok trend, which is what you doing? What you doing? Where you at? And people are calling themselves. I enjoy that. Great job, TikTok.
Okay, last one. What was your best Halloween costume ever?
Best Halloween costume ever. I feel like I went as Tootsie one year as an adult, and that's very easy for me. I can go 0 to Tootsie in like 20 seconds.
I don't really like Halloween that much. Sorry. I know it's very cool.
When you were a little kid, did you have a good one when you were a little kid?
Yeah, but as a little kid, I went as a lot of like cats and ladies wearing scarves and stuff. But one time I went dressed as like Bill Irwin, the clown, because I just had a man suit and a hat, and then I realized like, oh, I'm at a party where everybody's really going for it, and
everyone's like sexy.
Yeah, and I really missed the mark on that. I missed the mark often on Halloween. It is not a fun night for me. I always feel like I make a sweaty choice that doesn't come to fruition. But maybe this year.
Yes.
Never know.
Okay, well, those are all the speed round questions we have. So do you guys have any final words of wisdom for all of us college students tonight?
Take care of your gum health. It connects to a lot of other diseases.
And I think those no homework days are bullshit. You guys should have a spring break.
Should have a spring break. Pluck the chickens. What is it?
The birds, yeah.
Pluck the birds.
Mhm.
Pluck the birds.
All right, well, awesome. Thank you both so much for joining us tonight.
For this.
You're welcome.
But yeah,
Thank you
that is
guys.
all we have. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Audrey, for running the show, and thanks
Yes,
everybody.
Audrey, thank you.
Hope you have I hope those of you that are graduating know that you're living in the middle of a crazy time, but you'll be better and stronger for it, I'm sure. So thanks, young people and old people alike.
That's fun. Should I turn my camera off? I was reading the chat.
You probably should.
I refuse to
Can you
turn my
not turn our cameras off? This is so funny.
So you should turn your camera off.
Okay.
I was wondering why all of a sudden the comments were only to me. Well, because my camera's still on.
Although let's groove out a little bit more than this.